We are witnessing something special as the Toronto Blue Jays win their fourth straight game, getting their first sweep of the season and their first sweep in a very long time. The bats are rolling, and one player in particular today absolutely shocked everyone. I'm going to break that down and discuss what this means going forward as the Jays are 5-2. And the vibes are at an all-time high for this season. So stay tuned for all that in this episode. But before we get into it, if you're a part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for daily Jays content. If you're going to want to enjoy the content all season long, make sure to smash that subscribe button. This is the place to be. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive right into it. Don't want to waste any more time. A fantastic win today. A fantastic win. It's an afternoon game. You're going up against a pretty poor Washington Nationals team, and you want to sweep. You did the job in the first two games to win 2 out of 3. You're guaranteed yourself a series win. But man, oh man, today was a treat to see them actually do something that we rarely saw last year, which was put teams away and sweep the series. I've been saying this all season long, even though it's only been 7 games. This team and every team, right? The wins matter just as much in March, April as they do in September. In the AL East, where the games are going to be tight, this is the toughest schedule month for the Jays all year, right? The toughest month of the year. You go out against an absolutely fantastic pitcher in Mackenzie Gore, who's coming off of a game against the Phillies where he went 6 innings and 13 Ks, against your pitcher, who we'll dive into in a minute, Neeson Lucas, who really some fans were debating whether or not he was an MLB caliber pitcher. Max Scherzer's hurt. You come out and you beat the Washington Nationals and sweep the series. An absolutely huge game. Let's dive into it a little bit. Bichette hit a few rockets, just some bad Babbitt luck. Sorry, like at the end of the day, Bo's going to continue to hit. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. went 1 for 4. He's off to a little bit of a slow start. Hopefully he can pick it up. We finally saw Anthony Santander's first extra base hit of the season, hitting from the right side against Mackenzie Gore, lefty, hit it down the left field line for a double. And that was a very important one because he ultimately won the game. But you look at a couple other guys. Now, you look at the offense and you're looking at the first 4 and you're saying, Jimenez went 1 for 4, a huge hit though. And let's rewind a little bit to the first inning. First 2 guys get out, Bichette and Vladdy. You have Santander hit a 2-out double. Then you have Andres Jimenez lefty on lefty hit an RBI single. Like, this team is manufacturing runs. We'll dive into George Springer's homer in a minute. And then you're not getting a ton of production from the top 3 right now, right? It's just, Bo Bichette has been playing really well. I think he's 0 for his last 9 or 1 for his last 9 because he got the hit in yesterday's game to win the game. But regardless of that, the bottom half of this lineup, Tyler Heineman, an unbelievable game, a crazy game. Even the way that this game finished, he had a bunt single, he had a single, he went 2 for 4, and he gunned down an absolute rocket of a throw in, of course, the 9th inning with Jeff Hoffman. After getting the first 2 outs, struggled a little bit back-to-back hits there. Heineman throws at the runner to end the game. He has looked like a fantastic catcher, and shout out to the Jays front office for picking him up instead of Christian Bethancourt in that tough decision. Some people were upset about that. He has looked extremely good. Speaking of extremely good, you have Miles Straw going 3 for 4 with 2 doubles. He is one of the best defensive center fielders in the MLB. He comes out now against a very tough Mackenzie Gore, gets 3 hits on the night. He looked fantastic, and he could have easily, gotten multiple RBIs. Obviously, we rewind back to that play where he got the single, which probably should have been a double if the base paths weren't weird, where Dylan Cruz caught it but dropped it, and then Ernie Clement went back to second halfway, then sprinted back around third, ran through Carlos Fables, the stop sign, got out at home, and then they review it. Clearly was safe. They don't overturn the call because the replay system in the MLB is absolutely horrific. It needs to be fixed. It's one of the worst in baseball. Horrible job by the umpires in New York. I'm not going to be afraid to call it out. It was terrible. That being said, not great base running by Clement, even though the bases were clogged a little bit. I think someone would have got out there anyway because Heineman was at second. But regardless of that, a fantastic game for Miles Straw. And I also want to rewind a little bit and shout out Andres Jimenez. Yes, he went 1 for 4. His defense, multiple defensive plays tonight, absolutely seamless. And that's why this pitching staff today, highlighted by Easton Lucas going 5 innings, 2 walks, 3 Ks. This is a guy that's been bounced around. He came to the Jays, I believe, the second half of last season. He looked fantastic. I keep saying that the Blue Jays need some pleasant surprises along the way, and he was exactly that. Really can't overstate how important it is, given the rotation depth beyond him, along with keeping Rodriguez shortened up. Rodriguez has looked okay as a setup guy or a middle relief man throwing 98. I think they want to settle him into that role, even though Yariel has came out and said that he preferred to be a starter. For this team to be very good, you're going to need to have a bunch of players step up, and B, specifically regarding the pitching staff, pitchers step up. And Easton Lucas did that today. He went 5 innings, gave up 1 hit against an okay Washington Nationals offense. he was the highlight of this game, and he shocked everybody. No one was expecting to get 5 innings out of Easton Lucas. And a lot of guys, I mean, coming into this game, he was kind of seen as a quad A pitcher. Someone's a bit too good for AAA, but, isn't really an MLB caliber pitcher. He probably earned himself another start now, the next run through the rotation. And something understated here, this is a great move by John Schneider by pitching him in. I'm sure it wasn't just John. I'm sure it was, everybody involved. Front office, Pete Walker, Don Mattingly. But regardless of that, Easton Lucas starting tonight because of John Schneider and, Pete Walker's decision, now pushes Kevin Gausman to Friday against a much better offense in the New York Mets. Lindor, Pete Alonso, Juan Soto, all these different guys, right? So now the Mets go up against your ace in theory in Kevin Gausman. They have an off day tomorrow. The bullpen was very solid. Brendan Little gave up a home run to CJ Abrams and then was lights out the rest of the way. Chad Green looked great. Jimmy Garcia, unbelievable. Even Jeff Hoffman, he gave up 3 hits. He got the first 2 in order and then gave up a single and then a double, which, scored a run. He looks fantastic. Not too worried about that. It is what it is. Fantastic job of Tyler Heineman. Just a crazy game overall, and ones that I feel like it's been so long since I felt this way about a baseball team. Obviously, 2023, they made the playoffs. 2022, they made the playoffs. But last year specifically was so draining. The team did not look good. They were talking about it on the broadcast. This team looks so much better constructed. You have top to bottom guys who can hit the ball. The bottom half of the lineup, even David Schneider struggling, Ernie struggling. Against righties, you have Alan Roden, and you have other guys like that who can come in. This is all without Dalton Varsho. You have Will Wagner. Once Dalton Varsho comes back, the lineup stretches down even more. The team looks good. Everybody, and I mean everybody, is rolling right now, and this is exactly what you want to see. Jimenez has been unbelievable. Miles Straw, probably going to stick with the team once Varsho comes back to hit against lefties. He's hit fairly well against lefties throughout his career. If you can have an elite, base runner, fielder, and a guy who can hit against lefties off your bench, Nathan Lucas is probably the odd man out once Varsho comes back, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And maybe David Schneider gets, sent down, DFA'd, whatever ends up being. I don't want to jump the gun on that yet, but he's looked very poor. And maybe a guy like Addison Barger comes up or someone down in the minors. But not to get ahead of myself, team looks fantastic. Santander's finally getting a couple base knocks, and George Springer has looked unbelievable. He hit a home run, a huge insurance run. The team looks good. He hit a home run to put the Jays up 2-0, and it was a very relieving home run because after the review was not overturned, the vibes were a little bit down. The Jays were up 1-0, but they should have been up by 3 runs at that point. And for him to get a home run, the bottom half of the order, once the top half starts really clicking, specifically Vladdy and Santander, this team is going to be filthy. You have another guy, Dalton Varsho, who can unlock his power even more, which we saw in spring training. It's going to be wild. And I saw this tweet, and I want you guys to leave down below who the Blue Jays that have been impressing you the most thus far. You see the tweet, Bo, Andres, Will, Springer, Hoffman, Garcia. Let me know down below who has impressed you guys the most so far. I think for me, it's pretty clearly been, Andres, a bunch. Alan Roden's been very good. Will Wagner's been great. Andres Jimenez and Jimmy Garcia has been unbelievable. He's been just lights out. Even Alan Roden's been impressing me. There's so many guys, and that's why this team has been as good as it is. But let me know down below what your thoughts are. We're keeping you up to date all season long. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning. It's going to be a crazy season. Thank you guys for watching.